Hello, this is C Fine Coco coming to you with another video. Today I would like to talk about the Switch cartridges. As you know, the Switch is a home console and a portable console, and it's going to be, it's a hybrid. And as you know, 3DS games come on 32 gigabytes cartridges. That's a lot of memory. As you know, a Blu-ray, Blu-ray disc holds about, I think, 52 or 52 gigabytes of memory. That's a lot of memory. Most of them, see, a Blu-ray is on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and or Xbox, in the other Xbox console. But the Switch is going to use cartridges, and so since the Switch is trying to get all these third-party developers, they're going to have their games mostly on 64 gigabytes cartridges. Yes, they're going to have some games on 32 gigabytes cartridges, but most of their AAA games, like from Ubisoft, EA, even Nintendo themselves, from Tecmo, a lot of these games going to have to use a lot of that 64 gigabyte memory cartridges. So look forward to seeing a lot of games on 64 gigabytes cartridges for the Switch. Some of these games, I really think that Madden, I don't know if the sports games would take up all that memory. I don't know how much memory a sports game like Madden or NBA 2K takes up on a Blu-ray, or even WWE 2K takes up on the Blu-ray. But I don't know if them games per se going to have to be on a 64 gigabyte memory card. But I know games like Final Fantasy, your big role-playing games, even games like the new Zelda game is probably going to have to be on the 64 gigabyte card. The Breath of the Wild game is probably going to have to be on the 64 gigabyte cartridge. Now, when they port Mario Kart, when they port probably Smash Brothers, them games probably going to be on a 32 gigabyte card. All of your shooting games, your shooters, will probably be on a 64 gigabyte card. If they put Red Dead Redemption on the Switch, Red Dead Redemption 2 will probably have to be on the 64 gigabyte card. Same as Skyrim is probably going to have to be on the 64 gigabyte card. Will them games be higher than $60? I don't know. But, Nintendo has a deal with the third parties, and they have a deal with the people who's making them cartridges. Maybe they'll get a break. So it will pass on to the consumers that we don't have to pay $70, $80 for 64 gigabyte card, even though we paid that much back in the day on the Super Nintendo and then 64 games, and them cartridges didn't even hold half the memory that the cartridges of today hold. People forget that, even SD cards can go up to 2 terabytes or 1 terabyte, and that's a lot of memory. So I think a 64 gigabyte card is enough for games that's going to be on the Switch. When you take, for instance, that Blu-ray only holds about 50 some odd gigabytes of memory. So a lot of folks that's concerned about, memory, how we going to get them big games on that card, you don't have to worry, because today's time, and who knows, the cards might be the standard again. We don't know, because a lot of folks getting tired of Blu-ray, You have to, especially on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you have to install the games because, you know, so you won't have all that load times. With carts, it's instant, and you know, you don't have to worry about that. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And another thing about the Switch is the install memory. This install memory, they said on, you know, that it's going to be 32 gigabytes. That's not enough. Yes, I know the Wii U had 32 gigabytes installed, but they're going to have to, you know, put that up higher, or give us a model of the Switch with more installed memory. And since I don't talk about the carts, I hope they will give us an opportunity to get SD cards for memory that goes more than 64 gigabytes of memory, so we can buy SD cards that holds, you know, the big SD card, so we can have a lot of memory, even, you know, half a terabyte. If the Switch be able to hold half a terabyte cards, that'll be wonderful. And so I want you to rate on it. I want you to respond on this video or comment on this video. What games do you think going to use that are going to be using 64 gigabyte cards for the Switch? I had listed mine. I know Skyrim. I know your Call of Duties. Your you know, your big role playing games. If they put Xenoblade Chronicles on the game, I know that's going to use a 64 gigabyte memory, and I know Breath of the Wild probably going to use a 64 gigabyte card. So write, share, and comment, or like my channel. And I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great weekend. It's C5 Coco. God bless you, and bye-bye.